Today, we're diving into the incredible story of Luang Pho Sothon, one of the most famous and beloved Buddha statues in all of Thailand. For centuries, it's been this amazing symbol of miracles and faith. But what if I told you the statue itself was hiding a secret? A secret that would pretty much change everything we thought we knew about it. So, what is the story tucked away inside this sacred icon? What happens when the object that millions of people pray to isn't exactly what it seems? Well, let's peel back the layers and find out together. All right, our story kicks off way back in the late Ayutthaya period. The legend goes that this magnificent Buddha statue just appeared floating down the Bang Pakong River. I mean, can you imagine? For the villagers who saw it, this was a massive sign, and they just knew they had to bring this sacred object ashore. But getting it ashore was not easy. At first, the villagers tried using pure muscle, pulling with these huge, heavy ropes, but the statue just wouldn't budge. It was only when they totally changed their approach, from physical to spiritual, that things worked. After performing a sacred ceremony, a single sacred thread was all it took to respectfully invite the Buddha onto the riverbank. And just when you think you've got the story straight, the mystery gets deeper. Turns out, Luang Pho Sothon wasn't alone. Legends say he was actually part of a brotherhood of statues, all of which miraculously appeared floating in different rivers. The only question is, how many brothers were there? 3 or 5? So this table kind of lays out the two competing legends for us. The most common story you'll hear is about 3 brothers, Luang Pho Sothon, Luang Pho Wat Bon Lam, and Luang Pho To. Each one floated down a different river and ended up in a different province. But then there's another version of the legend that expands this family to 5, adding 2 more statues. Either way, the core of the story is the same. These sacred objects appeared right where they were needed most. Now these legends are absolutely fascinating. But the biggest secret of Luang Pho Sothon wasn't found in some ancient story. No, it was hidden inside the statue itself, concealed for centuries under a thick layer of plaster. For hundreds of years, the accepted truth was really simple. Everyone believed the statue was a priceless bronze casting, so beautiful that monks had covered it in plaster to disguise it, to protect it from being stolen during wartime. This was basically considered historical fact. And everybody continued to believe that story, right up until 2022. That's when, during a pretty routine restoration, a crack appeared in the plaster, and, well, everything was about to change. So when the experts from Thailand's Fine Arts Department looked inside, they were absolutely stunned. Get this, there was no single bronze statue. Instead, the core of Luang Pho Sothon was made of 8 separate pieces of carved sandstone, all masterfully assembled together. This incredible discovery didn't just add a new chapter to the story, it completely rewrote the statue's history, confirming its true origin as an early Ayutthaya period artifact. Just incredible. But, this amazing scientific revelation hasn't weakened the faith people have in Luang Pho Sothon one bit. If anything, the mystery has only deepened its spiritual significance. So, let's talk about how that powerful faith is expressed today. People travel from all over the country to pray here, and their wishes often touch on 4 really key areas of life. They come seeking success in their careers, maybe some good fortune with money, recovery from sickness, and of course safety and protection for themselves and their families. And when those prayers are answered, the ways people give thanks are just as unique. The most famous offering? Boiled eggs. And we're not talking a dozen, we're talking huge quantities, like 99 or even 999 at a time. Another really popular way to show gratitude is to pay for a performance of Lakon Chatri, a traditional dance drama, right there at the temple. And here's an interesting little detail. For people praying specifically about health, there's actually another important figure in the temple. Right behind the main statue is Luang Pho Kasem, a Khmer-style Buddha. Devotees believe this statue is the Dr. Monk, and so they direct their prayers for healing and recovery specifically to him. So devotees can ask for almost anything: wealth, success, protection. But there are 2 very specific requests that local folklore says you should never, ever make to Luang Pho Sothon. Okay, so first, you should never ask to get out of being drafted into the military. The belief is that Luang Pho Sothon supports soldiers who protect the nation, and, kind of ironically, anyone who asks to get out of service will almost certainly end up being chosen. Second, you're advised not to ask for a child. The folklore here is a bit intense.
The belief is that he might send the spirit of a soldier who died in battle to be reborn, and that this child might be born with health problems or even missing limbs.
So what we have here is this centuries-old legend, a mind-blowing modern scientific discovery, and a living, breathing faith that connects them both. The story of Luang Pho Sothon is just this powerful reminder that some truths are told in stories, while others are literally carved in stone. And it leaves us with one last question. In a world of shifting facts and enduring faith, what truths do you choose to build your life around?